Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Call Me When They Kiss. I'm Issa,
And I'm Sydney.
and today is part one of our Bridgerton, part one of the Bridgerton season 4. Today we are reviewing the first 2 episodes of Bridgerton season 4, and you can join us again next week for the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, we realized that it might be kind of difficult to watch 4 episodes in the middle of a workday and record an
Yeah.
episode and still get it up by tomorrow.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to say before we hit record, but then I was like, save it for the podcast. But I mean, I liked the first 2 episodes, but we probably could have covered all 4 episodes in one podcast. That wasn't the problem. The problem was trying to watch 4 hours worth of Bridgerton that came out on Thursday and get a podcast episode out by Friday.
And I know that with people we meet on vacation, we stayed up till 1 a.m. and watched the movie. But you know what? I love Bridgerton, but it wasn't worth it. I just needed to get my sleep so that we could record this with rested minds. It wasn't worth staying up all night to try to watch.
I actually did stay up.
Oh my gosh, Issa.
But it's because I'm better at staying up late than getting up early. So
yeah.
I was scared that if I didn't just stay up, I wouldn't wake up. I wouldn't give myself enough time.
That's fair. That's fair.
But
Okay, well, tonight, you gotta go get your beauty rest. I'm just becoming such an old lady that, I went to bed at 11, woke up at 9:30, and I still feel so tired.
Dang.
I know, that's a lot of sleep.
a lot of sleep, yeah.
I know, and I actually never drink energy drinks, but I drank one preparing for this episode because I feel so sleepy.
After your 10.5 hours of sleep, you drank an energy drink?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, not at 9. I drank it. I guess I did drink it just an hour and a half later.
That's funny.
Yeah. But don't worry. Now I'm awake and I'm here, guys.
Yeah. And speaking of Bridgerton, our book of the month, well, for February, is also going to be a Regency romance. So if Bridgerton has got you in the mood for some more Regency romances, you can join us as we read, I forgot what it's called.
Say Yes to the Marquess. If you love season 2 of Bridgerton, I think you might like this one. It's silly and fun and lighthearted. It's not a serious piece of literature, but I think if you like Bridgerton, that you'll like this book.
I'm excited to start it. Okay, well, before we get into our recap and review of the first 2 episodes of season 4, we have some other movie announcements that we would like to discuss. As you may know, if you're a loyal listener and a loyal follower of our pages, Dirty Dancing is a 5-star movie for us. And we just reviewed that movie 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's funny because they announced that there's going to be a Dirty Dancing sequel and Jennifer Grey is involved. But the funny thing is, Cindy taught me that there already is a sequel.
There is. Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. I guess everyone's just pretending that never happened.
Was it bad?
No, I love it.
It's funny that Patrick Swayze was involved in that one, and now Jennifer Grey
is in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's good. I mean, it didn't... Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze and even her mom and dad actors, the first Dirty Dancing has a lot of big stars. And you can tell that Dirty Dancing Havana Nights was low budget Dirty Dancing sequel, where I'm assuming nobody... I think the girl had been in one other thing, and Diego Luna was really popular in Mexico but not in the US, and nobody else was really recognizable. And so I have a feeling this one will be a full high budget Dirty Dancing, like they want it to be successful. Do you know what I mean? So maybe they'll have bigger names and get a bigger real marketed release.
Well, I wonder then how they got Patrick Swayze to do the other one. I don't know how many years passed in between the first one and the second one, so maybe he
It
just,
was
like, needed a job, but
it was quite a bit later. Like,
Oh,
he
it was?
looked
Okay.
like he kind of looked sick already. I don't know, like
Oh, really?
yeah. It was in 2004.
What year did
And
he die?
let's see. I guess I don't actually know how long he was sick for, but he died in 2009. So, yeah. It is interesting though that like usually like low budget sequels are trying to like follow up on the success of the first movie, and so it is interesting that they tried to do something low budget like way after the fact with like
Yeah.
not that anyone's really over Dirty Dancing, like it's still a classic, we still love it, but like it just seems kind of like odd timing
Yeah, that is interesting.
to not like fully invest in it,
Right, yeah. Huh. Well, I don't know, how do you feel about this news? Like, how do you feel about decades later sequels in general?
Um,
Or, like,
like
remakes or whatever?
I could be excited for this if I guess I haven't checked, like, I haven't looked into, like, who's directing it or, like, who's involved from the original one to this one, but, I don't wanna okay, so, like, Freakier Friday, for example,
Mhm.
was almost like copy and paste of the first movie, like, there's a wedding, there's the body swap, their kid like, it's very connected to the first one, like, oh, now it's their kids and blah, 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 and, like, that's fine for Freaky Friday, like, it's just it's a funny Disney movie, whatever, but, like we discussed in our Dirty Dancing episode, Dirty Dancing is, like, social commentary, like, it has, like, heavy, important themes, that are beyond just, like, the dancing or whatever, and so I'm excited if it, like, is trying to do something like that again with the sequel and not just, like, capitalizing off, like, cliches of the first movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's
Like, I want them to have,
a
like,
good
a
point.
story worth telling, not like, "Oh, we can make more money from this."
Right, yeah.
How do you
I
feel?
I agree. I feel the same way. I don't even really have anything to add. I
You're
hadn't
like,
really, like I hadn't really thought about it before I asked you. Well, I guess I had thought it's funny that you mentioned Freakier Friday because that's what I was thinking of. Like, I don't really have a problem with them doing sequels. Here, I guess I do have stuff to say. This is why I have a podcast. Even when I think I don't have something to say, I actually do. I don't necessarily have a problem with them doing sequels and such, but they're just never as good as the original. Like, Freakier Friday 2 was, like, fun, but I'll probably never watch it again. I'll just watch the original.
do
You
you
know what
know
I
what
mean?
sequel was really good, though?
Hmm.
There's not a lot you're right. There's not a lot of sequels that, like, are comparable
Like,
to the
they're
first movie.
fun, you go see them for the nostalgia, and then you're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, whatever, I'll watch the original."
Yeah.
And maybe
But
and
what?
we're using sequel really, like, obviously I'm talking about sequels they make, like, decades later, and it's, like, basically a
Yeah.
remake.
Not like, Harry
Not
Potter
like
sequel.
yeah, or like
Yeah,
Catching
yeah.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to get our
Um
Hunger Games reference in every episode.
There it
Okay,
is.
sorry, what were you trying to say?
Well, this sequel, like, didn't get as much hype as the first movie, but I feel like genuinely did a good job. It's underrated. Is, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Oh,
That one,
I have no memory of it.
did you okay, well, you need to go back. Oh my gosh, if we ever do a cartoon episode, maybe we watch a couple. That's a good love story. Kovu and, my gosh, I can't remember Simba's kid's name. Kiara. Kiara and Kovu. They're super cute. That's your assignment. Go watch
Okay.
Simba's Pride.
Okay. Well, stay tuned everybody for the Dirty Dancing sequel.
We'll watch it, of course.
Of course, yes, we will be sat. In other news, Abby Jimenez, one of our other favorite romance authors besides Emily Henry, she finally got a movie deal. I'm actually surprised it took so long.
I know, because all these, like, Emily Henry has well, how many books does she have now? 6? She's got 5 out of her 6 books signed. And Allie Hazelwood has a couple. Colleen Hoover has too many.
Catherine Center.
Yeah.
Even Julia Whalen.
Oh, yeah, with My Oxford Year.
Yeah.
Yes. And Naomi Jimenez, like, yeah, she's like a well-known name in this realm, so I'm excited for her.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So she said, so the article kept saying like a movie adaptation, but then I saw her clarify in a couple different instances that it potentially could be a series. So it sounds like it's not confirmed one way or the other if it's going to be movies or a movie or a series. But I'm actually really hoping for a series because she said it's part of your world, yours truly, and just for the summer. And I think they could really, the way those stories are interconnected, I think a TV series or miniseries would be so fun and so much drama and so juicy.
I think that it would work much better as a TV series.
Yes.
But like one TV series that's covering the plots of all 3 books.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't read those ones, it's like you could read each book as a standalone. I actually read the 3rd book first and then went back and read the 1st and 2nd. There's a couple like reveals in the 3rd book that would have been more interesting if I had started with the 1st book.
Right.
But they do kind of stand alone. However, the characters are like intertwined and kind of like referenced in other books. And so, yeah, and the drama of it, like if it's done in like a short form movie, like I just don't want it to come off as cheesy because it has to happen so quick, you know? Where I think with the series it could be like more serious but still fun and like I think a series would be really cool.
It's a lot. Like the tone of Abby's books are a little bit different than Emily Henry's books. She puts her characters through a lot, and I mean they're fictional characters, so I don't know why I feel guilty being like their trauma is so entertaining. But I don't know what else to say. Like it's almost giving like soap opera vibes.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like when I first read them, I was like, oh, so this is like Emily Henry meets Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
Because it has the same like emotional depth and like kind of deeper story about people and emotions or whatever that are being told. But with the drama of like the first 3 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, not to the point of like planes are crashing, but like the first early seasons where, there's just got to be some sort of drama.
Yeah. It's always sad because we get these announcements and then you just know it's going to be like years until.
I know. Yeah, because.
Years until we even get an update, it seems like.
It could be like 2 years before we even get a cast. But you did see who her fan cast was, right?
Yes. I never would have come up with the guy because she picked like a Turkish guy.
I've never even
seen him
before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the girl, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting both their names now, but like I almost used that.
She's
girl.
in Washington Heights, right? In the Heights.
In the Heights?
In the Heights.
I actually have not seen that, but
what? Issa, you love musical theater.
I know. I've listened to the music and I didn't like the music. I say that as someone who had an intense Hamilton phase.
The music's like there's some songs I like more than others, and I will say like the movie's long, but I really like it. You should watch it. She is in the Heights. She's like opposite to Anthony Ramos's character, but I like her in it. So
okay, I'll have to watch it. Maybe she'll get cast. Okay, lastly, I know this isn't romance, but Brandon Sanderson also made a movie announcement, and I'm very excited. And he is pretty good at keeping his fans, like, very much in the loop. Like, he is always telling readers, like, what his timelines are for different books coming out and, like, what he's working on. So, like, he made an announcement that Mistborn and the Stormlight Archive got picked up by Apple TV, and like I think maybe Mistborn's going to be movies and the Stormlight Archive is going to be a series. But then he said, I will be working on the screenplay for Mistborn for the next 5 months. So it's like we know
He's working
that
on it.
he's like immediately working on it, and like in 5 months we might
And,
get
like,
another update.
He's
Yeah.
writing the screenplay?
Yes, that's what he said.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, again with Abby Jimenez, like, why hasn't Brandon Sanderson got a deal yet? He's, like, huge. But I feel like he has been, like, he just gives me the type, like, he seems like the type of guy that would want to be extremely involved and have, like, the right people signed on. Like, he's not just gonna, like, give away his book for the sake of making it into a show or whatever.
No,
So,
he said, like, he's met with the people.
yeah.
Whoever the people are that make these things. He's been meeting with people for like years and just hasn't
wow.
found the right fit because he does
Well,
want to have so much control.
Apple TV, I feel pretty good about. Like, Apple TV has made really good TV shows. I haven't watched as much of their movies, but I thought Apple TV may have done, like, The Gorge with Miles Teller and Anna something Joy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that a movie?
I think, yeah.
The Gorge?
It got, like, some awards, yeah. I think maybe they made it. I haven't watched as many of their movies.
I'm looking it up.
But their TV shows I really love. Which reminds me, Issa, you need to watch Schmigadoon. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I think my friend likes that show.
Have you You haven't watched it?
No. Is it funny?
Yes, it's really funny. It's really good, and it's like a parody of Broadway musicals and stuff, and it's really good. But it's got like a ton of Broadway people in it, like Aaron Tveit, Kristen Chenoweth, Dove Cameron. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a lot of really good. It's really funny.
That's really funny. I thought you were gonna say like Ted Lasso or Severance, and then you say Schmigadoon.
You do need to watch Ted Lasso, Severance, and Shrinking too, but that's another thing.
Ryan always watches these shows without me, and then like it bugs me.
Then it's hard for you to like watch it.
Yeah.
He watched all of them?
Well, he's seen Severance. I don't think
yeah.
he watched Ted Lasso, but
well, there's only two.
But he
two
did that to me with
Severance?
Game of Thrones too. He just like watched it without me, even though I said I'd watch it with him.
Okay, well, rude, Ryan. If you're listening to this,
I know.
You need to include your wife.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll add it to my ever-growing list that never ever ends.
I was just like talking to my friend, and I'm like, this sounds so bizarre. I never thought I would need to say that I would say this, but I need to watch more TV.
No, yeah.
Like most people are trying to like get off their phones, watch less TV, like unplug, and I'm like, dang, I really need to increase my screen time.
Literally. Well, it's hard because like I actually love reality TV. And so I feel like I'm pretty involved in that sphere, but I know I'm missing out on all these other cultural moments in scripted TV. So
you'll get to it.
But you know what? We're just so blessed to be born at a time with so much content to consume.
I know. We just need to commit more.
Yeah. We need to quit our jobs so we can consume more content.
Let's create a what's it called? A crowdfunding? What am I?
Oh yeah, like a Kickstarter or something.
Yeah. Get people to pay us so we can quit our jobs. Yeah. So, what did you think of Bridgerton?
Where to even begin? Okay. The first few minutes, it's like what you said last week. If you guys listened to our episode last week, Cindy was talking about how she's kind of sick of like the rake trope and how all of the male love interests in all of the Bridgerton seasons have been rakes and they're kind of the same character, same personality. So I will say like the first few minutes in, I was like feeling that same way. And this is a side note, but like I I really don't like Colin and Penelope.
Yeah.
Like,
They never sold it to me.
I don't know why, like, I was getting so bugged every time they were on my screen. But then the intro started, the song, and the tree. And then as I kept watching, I think I'm gonna like this season.
Yeah. You had the same experience as me. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
I do miss Bridgerton. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, because it's like, oh, the same thing, and still, like, we just watched the first 2 episodes because we didn't want to accidentally say something about the other episodes since
Oh,
we're doing
yeah.
another one. But like by the end of the second episode, I was like, oh, I want to keep watching it.
No, same. Like, I'm excited to be done recording this because I'm gonna go watch while I work.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
yeah.
felt the same way though.
What were your initial thoughts?
I think I watched the first episode 2 weeks ago because they did this like special worldwide premiere thing of the first episode. So then today I just watched the second episode, and I will say like it definitely hooked me even more because the first one like almost felt just like fluff or filler. Like there wasn't like
Well,
they have to show Penelope and Colin and the baby, and it's got to show like Francesca, is that her name?
Yeah.
Coming back and like all this stuff that's like not like I'm like, but what's gonna happen, you know? What I was gonna say though at the end of the first episode that I didn't say because I didn't want it to be a spoiler was, you know, they make that bet, Penelope and the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of gave me the vibe of like Penelope's maybe going to try to like sabotage them. Maybe I'm going to be way off base.
Oh.
But like if she made a bet that he
Right.
wouldn't get married, like I don't know if I'm reading into that too much or like maybe it has nothing to do with the plot and it was just something to put in the first episode, or if that's going to like come back and she's going to like not want him to get married because she made this bet.
No, that's an interesting prediction. Yeah. Well, and it would be just like Penelope to do something annoying like that, honestly.
I know. But I will say also, it would be super annoying to be Penelope. These people would not stop bugging her. Like,
No, that's
everybody
true.
in the ton has something to say. Then, you know, the queen's making her do this. Benedict's making her do this. The mom's coming, making her do something. I'm like, geez, that would be really annoying.
Okay, way to have sympathy for Penelope, because all I was thinking was, girl, you gotta get that blonde crimped wig off. That wig was pissing me off for some reason.
In the first episode.
Yes, with her costume.
Yeah.
Like, I know Bridgerton is not historically accurate, but like, the wig was a step too far for me. The bleach blonde crimped wig, I couldn't handle it.
Wasn't for her. Yeah, I agree.
Well, okay, since you brought up their wager, Penelope and Queen Charlotte's wager. First of all, I love Queen Charlotte. I love young Queen Charlotte, and I love old Queen Charlotte. But I was kind of bugged by the like fact that it just felt a little too corny and convenient that the queen was like, oh, I'm not going to pick a diamond. I'm going to pick a bachelor. And then she picked Benedict. Like,
yeah.
I think I wrote in my notes,
Bridgerton.
like, yeah, I think I wrote in my notes, like, do you think that Ton is fed up with the queen's obsession with the Bridgertons? Like,
no, exactly.
And I know it's the show. The show's called Bridgerton. I know it's about them. But I was like, we don't have to like force this diamond of the season thing like every season.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. I think that there's Bridgerton's fun, okay? That's why like I've got some critiques, but then I'm like, but it's Bridgerton.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
not
fun.
That deep.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna expect like a masterpiece from Bridgerton, but yeah, it does just feel like every season is like very convenient how it all plays out. It's not even really tried to like make it really flow or like be a more creative story. It's just like every season's the same and I eat it all up. So it's okay.
Well, yeah, and I think it works because they switch couples because like okay, yeah. I'm overwhelmed with all the things I want to say. Like, I watched Nobody Wants This, and I had the same experience with Emily in Paris, actually. I only made it through 2.5 seasons of Emily in Paris. Like, when you're stuck watching the same couple, like, fight, make up, fight, make up, fight, make up, like, it gets really old. So I think
Yeah.
the reason Bridgerton gets away with, like, doing the same thing over and over again is because at least it's different couples,
Yeah.
and you, like,
And,
wanna see them
like,
come together.
yeah, and there's, like, unique audiences for each couple too. Like, there were people that were, like, really excited for Simon, really excited for Anthony, like
Yeah,
all
that's
these
true.
things. So it kinda, like, keeps that excitement going and, like, keeps this broad audience because we're equally invested in each character. Well, most people are. I'm not super invested in anyone other than Anthony, but I'll give it a shot. I'm not like a super huge Benedict girly.
I, like, have gone back and forth on Benedict over the seasons, and that's why, like, when in the first few minutes of the episode, when his mom hunts him down and he's, like, in bed with 2 other women, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm kinda over your antics."
Mhm.
And then when he was like so then he meets Sophie at the masquerade ball, and he's like, "Oh, you're not like other girls." And, like, thank goodness she called him out for that. But I was like, "You're really turning me off right now."
Yeah.
But even by the end of the first episode, when he's, like, teaching her how to dance, and then he, like, kisses her on the cheek, and then he, like, takes her glove off and kisses her hand, I was like, "Okay."
He's sold. Well,
Yeah.
I had the same conflicting thoughts. Like, it's like they're trying really hard to make him look like, oh, he's so kind and he's a gentleman, you know, like he's stopping these men from attacking the
Oh,
women
yeah.
and like he's like and he's always been kind. Like it's not like I don't think Benedict is like a kind like stand up for women type guy. Like that's fine. But they've had 3 seasons to show us Benedict's character.
Mhm.
Like his character, not like his who he is as do you know what I mean? Like
Right,
his
yeah.
personal character.
Yeah.
And they didn't really I guess this is my complaint with these seasons just like starting fresh every season. It's like they disregard anything that those people did in prior seasons and it's
Yeah.
just like this is a new season and a new character. And the thing with Benedict is that we've only seen 3 seasons of him being a rake and really nothing else. And he wants to be an artist.
Mhm.
So, like, then it comes and all of a sudden it's supposed to be really believable that, like, he's considering marriage. Like, he literally says to, my gosh, there's so many characters. It's really hard to keep them straight in my brain. His sister,
Eloise?
Eloise, yeah, literally says to Eloise that he was considering, like, marriage if he had found this girl. And it just kind of is like, I know, like with all TV shows, you have to suspend your disbelief, especially with romance. People are falling in love in a week or whatever. That's fine. But like 3 seasons, we've seen him, and he's never once expressed any interest in anybody or marriage or. And then it's just this one night encounter, and he's like, I'm a changed man. And I would have
Yeah.
just liked to like see, like, I want to see these characters' growth and not just be like told all of a sudden that like, okay, yeah, he's a serious guy now.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. The thing about them, like, being rakes until it's their season and then all of a sudden they fall in love and get married, it is exasperating, but I guess this is just real life. Like, the men, like,
I
do
mean,
whatever they want.
until it doesn't serve them
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, they do they're allowed to do whatever they want, and it was cracking me up. Okay, so I will say, when Benedict, like, saves Sophie from those men and he, like, punches them, I was like, "Oh, hell yeah." Like, that was awesome. But I did write in my notes, I was like and I feel like Anthony had moments like this, like, and even Colin too, like, they sleep around, they don't really care about, you know, who they sleep with, and they, like I don't know, or if I don't even know who they're sleeping with, because they're not sleeping with, like, high society women, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking back to what I just said. Like, did I like say anything?
There was something about like when he
Did I
stopped him
say
and
anything
punched.
not politically correct?
No.
I'm like slut shaming the Bridgerton men. No, but like they don't seem to have like that much regard for like maidens and their virginity, but then all of a
Yeah.
sudden like he'll like defend.
He's like, he said something like, I was raised how to treat a maid or whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't disrespect a maid. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you're just like potentially ruining them. Like, if that's who, like, I don't know who
Right.
else he's been, exactly. Like, I don't know who he's sleeping with. But like, in that day, those actions would hold
Right.
very heavy consequences for the woman,
Yeah.
not the man. And so, like, that's even what the mom says. Like, you didn't, like, I don't know what word she used, like, sully this maiden or whatever, but, like,
Right.
but yeah, there's no regard for, like, their actions and, like, how that would play out for women in a very, like, unequal way to them.
Right. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you for helping me articulate my point because I was really struggling. A key difference is I'm assuming the people, Benedict and Antony and everybody, I'm assuming the women they're sleeping with, it is consensual. And obviously what was happening in that alley with Sophie and the other maid was not consensual. So like,
Yeah.
sure, we'll give them that. But no, like you said, it still is going to hold extreme repercussions for these women, especially the ones of lower status. And like, you think Benedict is like helping support all these women that he's like sleeping with?
Yeah. Did any of them actually wait till they were married?
No.
Well, I guess Francesca,
Oh yeah, Francesca.
if they're even doing it married.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like, I understand. I mean, I'm sure that the show doesn't want to, like, promote, like, a toxic purity culture, but at the same time, taking into consideration that, like, historical context, it would be nice to see a man that's, like, in this day and age, this is, like, what's, like, honorable for a woman or whatever. Like, I don't know. Is that politically incorrect for me to say? Like,
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
like, I want, like, a Mr. Darcy type guy that's
Right.
like, I love you and I respect you, and, like, no, I don't think this is gonna, like, depurify you or anything, but, like, because of that society, like, that's a way you show, like, respect to them or whatever, you know?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
But
I get your
again,
point.
it's just Bridgerton. They're not taking in consideration, like, I mean, of course they do, like, allude to the consequences or whatever, but it's not like, it's just not the same, you know? So,
Right. Well, and you mentioned this last week, but like, isn't that how Colin was? And then
yeah, and I don't feel
they were
like, why'd you make him a rake?
they were like, you need to grow up and be a man.
Yeah.
Like, didn't his brothers give him a hard time about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then he like traveled the world and you know.
And I don't like, and I guess that's the difference between like a toxic purity culture and just like being confident about like your choices when it comes to sexuality. Like, you can like make a choice to say like, oh, this is what I want to choose and do. Because of like your own personal, like, not because you'll be dirty or unpure or whatever, but just because like that's what you want to do, you know? And it's just interesting that, yeah, it's not showing any flip side of that other than Colin, who then, yeah, like went back on it. Like, that was something that he seemed like passionate about and like, oh, this is honorable, and like this is what I'd like to do. And then he's like, yeah, never mind, which is also fair. You can change your mind. But,
right.
yeah.
Well, it was making me wonder because I was thinking about that too as I was watching. I was like, yeah, literally all of these couples had premarital sex, which obviously I don't have an issue with. But I was like, I wonder how realistic that is, like, for that time period. I
That's a
wonder
really good
how
point.
often that like actually happened. And I mean, I believe the men were like doing whatever they wanted for probably a lot of them, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
and
to
that's the
know
thing. Sorry.
how many of the women they did end up marrying. Like, did they have sex before they got married?
That's a really good point, because even in like society here, like, we talk about like premarital sex, like, there's a lot of stigma and shame and all of these things, but in reality, like, most people are still doing it, you know? And and that's why I said this in our last episode too when I was talking about the first episode I watched. I know that guys in the history of the world have just always done whatever they wanted, regardless of stigma or shame or societal pressures or whatever. Well, not all men, but like a lot of men. And that's why I said, like, honestly, it would be nice to see a female rake. Like, when are one of these women gonna stand up and be like, you know what? Yeah, I like to be sexually free too, you know? like, yeah, they all, like, do it with their partners, but, like, I'm pretty sure every single one of them have been virgins.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Even Kate, who, like, was expecting to grow up to be just like a I don't
An
know,
old
I can't
maid.
yeah, like, exactly, like, even she with nothing to lose, like, "Oh, I'm going back to India, and I'm just gonna do this," like, still wasn't just having fun or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, it's just interesting that, like, it's only something that's presented to the men, and that, like, none of the women in this Bridgerton universe have been, like, sexually liberated.
Well, it probably has to do with their class too, because Benedict, like, he met some sexually free women,
I mean, true.
sexually liberated, but they were not like, I mean, as far as I
They are not
know,
nobility.
yeah, they weren't in high society or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite the
Well.
tangent on premarital sex. But don't be mistaken. I'm excited to see Sophie and Benedict get it on.
I am too. And maybe that's how they'll, like, make up for his character. Maybe she will want to wait. And it will, like, give us a chance to see, like, is he just a rake? Or
Well, that
I don't
reminds
know.
me, like, okay, so Sophie's storyline is like a Cinderella story, right? But I was so relieved that in the second episode, she gets fired. Like,
The truth is already revealed to
right,
to the
yeah.
stepmom. Yeah.
And they're like taking it a different direction, which honestly, like, I wouldn't have minded if it played out like a typical Cinderella story, but I am like 10 times more interested and intrigued now that it's like already taken a turn.
Yeah. No, I agree. At first, I was like, like, okay. I've talked about this before, maybe it's just in our intro episode, but the greatest Cinderella story to ever be told is Ever After. And nobody is going to top that for me, probably. And
Mhm.
at first, when this was starting, like when it had the flashback to when she was little, and like there's the evil stepmom, and one really kind but stupid stepsister, and one really mean stepsister, I was like, I hope this isn't just like exactly like a Cinderella, Ever After,
Yeah.
or yeah, generic Cinderella stories. But I agree. Like, I was like, ooh, interesting. Like, the stepmom already knows. So, like, I'm actually shocked it's only episode 2. I'm like, what is possibly going to happen in the next 6 episodes?
I know. Well, yeah,
Like,
and
how long
like,
is it going to take for the truth to be revealed to Benedict? And
yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm really curious. I was worried when he met her sister, and for a second it seemed like he thought
that it was going to be
her
her.
stepsister. Yeah. He thought
Yeah.
Sophie's stepsister was the girl he met at the ball. Um and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like is she going to have to watch him like court her stepsister?"
And that's another thing that I didn't want it to be like a Cinderella story. So I was really
Yeah.
worried about that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be exactly the same. And then I was immediately proven wrong. And like everything from that point on was like totally different.
Right.
But yeah, I am a little bit still kind of confused. Okay, well, actually, I think I had like 20 minutes left and I had a lot of questions, and then some things were kind of cleared up. Like when the stepmom is introduced to Sophie as a little girl, her dad is like, oh, this is my, they're like, don't call him father in front of her. And then
Mhm.
he calls her like his ward. And so
Mhm.
then at that point I was like, is he not her dad? Like maybe she was just like a girl that needed taking care of or something. I don't know. And then it continued, and then the stepmom said that Sophie was his biggest mistake. And so then I thought that maybe her mom was still alive, because like he never, when she asked like how did she die, he never answered that. He was just like, I know you have a lot of questions, but blah 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 blah. I'm here and I'm always going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And so honestly, like, even though the mom said like, oh, she died when you were young, blah 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 blah, like at the very end of the episode, I'm just gonna throw this out there as a theory, and maybe I could be completely wrong, but maybe her mom is still alive.
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, maybe.
Like, she was a maid. She had no way to take care of her. Like, maybe, but he didn't want his legacy to be ruined either. Or like maybe he wanted, I don't know. Like, but I wouldn't, I just I'm not getting a grasp on her father. Was he a bad guy? Was he a good guy? Like,
Well,
are they
that's what I
lying
was.
about the will? Did her mom die, or did he just like pay her off, or just like didn't care about her but like took in the child? I don't know. Like, I'm confused.
Well, I was thinking Sophie was his illegitimate child, and I was thinking the stepmom. I was pretty sure she was just lying about the will,
Yeah, me too.
but I was still thinking the dad sucked too because he like lied to Lady Penwood, like his new wife.
Yeah, like she didn't know that he had a kid?
Yeah,
Like,
like he didn't tell her that he had an illegitimate child, but she just knew when he introduced her as his ward. She was
yeah.
like, because she looked really shocked and really upset, and so I was like, oh, he's been lying to her,
Yeah, yeah.
which goes back to men doing whatever they want.
And like if he is like a lame guy like that and cares about his image, then there still could be a chance her mom's alive. But then I guess
Right,
like why
yeah.
would he take in the child at all?
Well, but like you said, if she was a maid, she
Or
couldn't take
maybe,
care of her.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, he's not all bad. Like, it seemed like he loved
Yeah.
Sophie and wanted to take care of her, but also he, like, was lying to his new wife. I don't know. Maybe
We're just gonna do
the people listening that have watched all 4 episodes are probably like, just keep watching.
yeah, no, like we're doing like a deep dive, like the people that read like ACOTAR chapter by chapter, and they're like,
Yeah.
what about this theory? Oh, she drew this on the drawers in this color, so it actually means this, and Tamlin fell in love with Feyre's mom, and that's how I feel right now of these really deep theories that Bridgerton's not that deep.
No.
So
Yeah. Let's take a step back here.
But
No,
I
but
only
that-
watched 2 episodes, and so my brain was really trying to make the
Right.
most out of it.
Yeah. That reminds me, though, something I wanted to say, like, so I think because I didn't really like season 3 that much, and even though season 2 is my favorite, I did still really like season 1, and I think a big thing about season 1 was it had really good side plots. Like, I was almost equally invested in everything else going on in season 1 besides just Daphne and Simon, and I feel like that was where season 3 fell short. Like, I was barely invested in Colin and Penelope. I was just not at all invested in any of the side plots in season 3. But I already
think. Sorry.
No, you go
Finish
ahead.
your thought. You finish.
Well,
I was just. You go ahead.
No, go.
Okay. I was actually more uninterested in the side plots in season 2 because Anthony and Kate were like so good that anytime they showed anything about like Miss Featherington and Lady Featherington and her weird cousin kissing uncle person, like the Mondrick, I don't know how to say that. Mondrich?
I have no memory of season 2 besides Kate and Anthony, so.
Well, exactly. Like, because like all of that was like so like I just didn't really care what was going on outside of them. And I was gonna say, like, at least with season 3, there was a little bit of like, oh, Eloise, the reveal, the well, actually, that was in
No, but
season.
I hated
That was
that.
was that in season 2 that she was like playing around with the printer guy? That was season 2.
The printer guy. Oh,
Yeah, the
Penelope?
guy that printed the papers for
I don't know. I
Exactly.
literally,
This is the whole point, though. If we can't even tell you
yeah.
what happened in the side plots, why include them? Or make them better,
I just was
like you're
like
saying.
so over the lady whistle down Penelope drama. And I'm sorry, like, I know that Francesca's storyline is going somewhere that sounds juicy and interesting, but as of now, she is so boring. And
Yeah.
I do not care. And
She hasn't.
honestly, Eloise is getting old. Like, Eloise, grow up.
Yeah, she's like, you're kicked out of the clubhouse. We were supposed to be against marriage. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, something about like her age is really showing. Like, she's supposed to be really young. And I think the actress is like in her 30s.
Yeah, she's 36.
Oh, wow. That's like older than I thought. And so, like, all of a sudden, something in this season, I don't know if it's like how they styled her or that she still got those dang thick bangs. I'm like, uh, they're trying to make her look like a kid, but it's just not really convincing me anymore. And I'm like, girl, you need to move on. And same with Benedict, matter of fact. He looks kind of old too. He looks
Yeah.
older than Anthony, in my opinion. So I'm like, you guys need to. Well, actually, it's fine if they want to stay unmarried, but to be like, this was a club and blah 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 and wah wah, and I'm swinging on my swing, upset that my brother wants to get married. Like, I don't know. Again, it's just
Yeah.
the like, she's been that way for 4 seasons now.
Right. Cause she can't move on until it's not her fault. She's not allowed to move on until it's her season. You know what I
Which
mean?
I guess I don't know if people want other seasons spoiled, like who she's supposed to end up with. Do you know?
Well, she's she seems like she should end up with a girl, but isn't that where Francesca's storyline is going?
Yeah.
So just tell me, who does Eloise end up with?
She's supposed, like, the character's already been in the show.
Who is it?
She's supposed to be with Sir Philip. Mariana, is that her name? The one that Colin tried
Oh, in
courting?
season 1?
Uh-huh.
Who was
Her
pregnant?
husband.
Wait,
She
what
ends
happened to
up
her?
with her husband. She dies. I don't know how. But, like, that's him. Like, that's literally him. Like, in the book, they are married, something happens. She's supposed to end up with him. And the author has said that all the couples end up with their book couples. And so, like, Francesca's is still technically the book character. They just gender swapped the book character.
Right.
But, like, Philip's already been in the show,
Hmm.
and that's who she's supposed to end up with. But
Well,
they've
they
been
need to
so
move it along.
disconnected from the... Yeah, like, they haven't even been in the show forever. Like, I don't know how it's all gonna work out.
Interesting. Well, yeah, hopefully the side plots in season 4. I'm already invested in Sophie's backstory and her family, which was something they really let Penelope and Colin down on. Like, they didn't give us heartfelt backstories for them that made me care about them more.
Yeah.
So I'm already...
They actually kind of made it worse.
Yeah.
We know too much about these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm invested in Sophie, and I guess we'll have to see. Do you think we're gonna get a Violet Bridgerton and Lord Anderson sex scene?
I think yes, and like tell me why I'm actually like kind of giddy when I see them together. Like
Yeah,
I'm
they're
actually
cute.
really like I'm rooting for them far more than I was with Colin and Penelope.
Yeah.
I think he's a good-looking gentleman. He's an old man, so like I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's super, but like I think that he's very handsome. I think that she's super cute. I think that she deserves love. She's been a good mama. Ma? What did they call her?
I don't remember.
Well, I don't tell me why we're recording this episode and then everything in my mind goes completely blank. I don't
I
know these
know.
characters' names. I don't know their titles. I don't know what they do. No.
Well, I
But I
haven't.
like her.
I think I might try to rewatch Bridgerton before part 2 drops. Because I've only watched all of it one time, and it was in 2024.
And you need to rewatch season 1 because we were talking about this with Issa about heated rivalry in Bridgerton season 1 and trying to like compare how like explicit they were. And I realized you don't remember a lot.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because I remember season 1 was like they've really toned down every season that's followed. So no, but yeah, I don't know if I want to see like a nudity sex scene of Lady Bridgerton. But
So
you
you're
know what? Yes. No. When it comes to seeing old butts and boobs, yes, I'm ageist. But no, I really hope that she gets something special.
I
And you know
know.
what? Now that we're talking about this, I feel like we really moved on very quickly about the fact that her father had an affair with Lady Danbury in
I know. Yeah.
Queen Charlotte. Good Charlotte,
Well,
the
and I
band.
couldn't remember. Does Violet know about that? I couldn't
I think
remember if Lady Danbury told her.
I think that they do talk about it like in the 3rd season, but
I think
I'm
so,
like, we're
too.
really, and it goes back to what we've talked about. Each season is so like independent from each other that like we get a new season and we really brush over some crazy stuff that happened in the previous season.
Yeah.
And we never go back to it.
Well, because wasn't Lady Danbury at first, like, not wanting Violet and her brother to get together?
Yes.
But
And
I'm
I don't know
like,
if she
well,
still feels that
you
way.
slept with her dad, so...
Exactly. She
Well,
can
and
do
I
whatever
was
she wants.
I was getting nervous because are they, like, setting up Lady Danbury to not be in another
I
season?
think so. I think so.
That makes me sad because she's, like, one of the best parts of the show.
I do really like her. But why didn't she want her brother to be with her? Because he's also a
I
rake?
don't know. Yeah, who knows?
Well, I have high hopes for the season. I'm excited. Even if I don't find Bridgerton as hot as Anthony, I'm still excited to see how his story will unfold.
Benedict, you mean? I think you
Oh
call
my
him
gosh.
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. Yes, there's so many names. I didn't realize until we have to talk about it out loud how many dang characters are in this show and how many things are happening all at once.
Yeah, no, it's hard to keep them straight. Okay, I'm just skimming through my notes. How old? Okay, so we talked about Eloise and Benedict being kind of old. How old are they supposed to be?
Let's see.
Or does it just not really matter? Because none of it is historically accurate anyway.
Oh my gosh, tell me her name, Eloise. I literally can't. Benedict is 26 in season 1. And is 28, 29 by season 3. While Eloise was supposed to be 17 in season 1. That's crazy. And is 19 or 20 by season 3. So maybe now she's like 21. And he's maybe 30.
Okay, interesting. I laughed really hard when Sophie's stepsister hit her head on the window.
Yeah.
The face she made was just funny.
She's cute. She's nice.
And lastly, this was right at the beginning of the first episode in the season 3 recap. So it was a season 3 quote, but Queen Charlotte said, "What is life without a little gossip?" And I live by that.
And you know what? That's why I like this podcast, so that we can gossip about celebrities and fictional characters. It harms nobody, but I talk about them as if they're real.
Yeah.
We really, well, I guess celebrities are real, but only partly.
Sydney, they're just like us. They're real people too.
I miss those magazine segments. Like, get a paparazzi picture of, like, Hilary Duff taking out her trash. And it's like, she takes out her trash just like us. Yeah. Okay, do we have time for a little bit of a game?
I think so if we go fast. I have a work meeting for my real job in 12 minutes. So
This is 1 a.m. on Thursday, guys. Well, almost 2 p.m. Sorry, not 1 a.m. It's almost 2 p.m. on a Thursday in the middle of the day. We should be working, but we are delivering this to you. Okay. This is Kiss, Marry, Kill. Not Anthony Bridgerton version. So he's not included. So these characters are a little bit out of left field, okay? So
Okay.
I'll include some main guys. Okay, so Benedict. We'll do Benedict. And let's do Theo Sharp. But you don't remember him. You don't remember the printer guy that Eloise
No.
had a thing with?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Guess I'm
Okay,
killing
okay.
him.
No, I'll do guys that you know. Okay, let's just do Colin, Benedict, and you really need to rewatch the other episodes.
Sorry.
I mean,
didn't
yeah,
come
the other
prepared
seasons.
enough.
Okay, let's do Colin, Benedict, and I guess Simon.
Kill Colin. Kiss. I don't really want to marry either of them. I'd gladly kiss both of them. Like, I guess I like Simon, but I know what Daphne did was wrong, period. That's a complete sentence. Simon was also lying to her, though. Period.
Yeah.
Complete sentence.
They are not a healthy relationship, period. Complete sentence.
I was trying not to say but, because you know when you say like, well, what she did was wrong, but, because I didn't want to like.
They both did insane things to each other in like, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'd kiss Simon, marry Benedict then, because he defends the honor of women.
And Benedict would let you like explore knowledge where Simon apparently wanted to keep her in the dark about very basic women reproductive things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, it's an easy choice.
Okay, well, that's the only one I can do since you don't know any of these
Wait,
people.
so would you do the same for that lineup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same. Well, I was gonna do some trivia, but now I'm not sure
if I'll remember enough.
Yeah. Well, here's a really easy one. This is funny. Who would not know the answer to this? You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires. Who says this?
That is Anthony Bridgerton.
How many Bridgerton children are there?
Anthony, Benedict, Daphne, Colin. I don't know if these are in the right order. Eloise, Francesca, Hyacinth, and that other boy. 8?
Yes.
There's 8 of them?
You got it!
What's the other kid's name?
The
like
littlest
the youngest
brother?
boy? Yeah.
Beats me. I can't even barely keep... I'm impressed you even just named all of the other ones. Let me tell you.
8 is a lot.
It's not on here. Okay, what nickname or pet name does Kate use for Edwina? Do you remember?
Is that her sister?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
We sound like such fake fans. Edwina, is that her sister? Is that the girl that Anthony was engaged to the whole season? We only had eyes for Kate and Anthony.
Yeah.
She called her Bon. I actually meant to look that up. I don't know if it was like an Indian word or I don't know what it means.
Yeah. No, that I remember that now though.
Okay. I had one more.
No, go ahead.
Which iconic actress voices Lady Whistledown's newsletters?
Oh, Julie Andrews.
Yes.
Which I was glad that they kept her as Lady Whistledown's voice even after. I thought maybe now that the whole town knows that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, they might just have her do it.
No, that's true.
All I was going to say when I said okay was that I think that this has solidified that I need to do a rewatch before part 2 drops.
I'll do it with you. I'll skip season 2 because I actually just rewatched it like at some point after Wicked part 2 came out. But I'll rewatch seasons 1 and 3 because I was so uninterested in last season that I cannot recall anything that
Yeah.
happened. Like,
No,
that little
same.
video that they posted of, like, here's what you need to remember was actually super super useful because I can't remember what happened.
Yeah, I was glad that they started off with that. Well, and I honestly feel like I need to rewatch Queen Charlotte because there's all this drama going down with Charlotte, Lady Danbury, and apparently Violet too.
Yeah, that's true. I actually, like, got a little bit I wasn't, like, crying. I wasn't tearing up either, but, like, I got a little bit, like, in my feels when, like, the queen apologized to Lady Danbury, and she's like, "I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like, just, like, what's gonna happen when he dies," and, like, how
Yeah.
lonely and sad she must feel.
No, same. That was really well, it's so funny because the show's pretty lighthearted, and then randomly Queen Charlotte as a season or a show was really sad.
Yeah.
And so then there's like this honestly really depressing side plot going on with Queen Charlotte.
That's
Yeah,
true. I
no,
never
that
even
made
thought
me
about the
emotional
fact
too.
it is so much heavier than than all of these other seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
else I want to rewatch? Sorry.
but
This is not the same time period, but it's just another period. Unhistorically accurate period piece. My Lady Jane.
I've actually been thinking the same thing.
The
Maybe I'll
kissing in
rewatch
that
that.
show is so good. Did you know there's like petitions and stuff to try to get Amazon to revive it?
Yeah, but I'm not I think they've missed their chance with Emily Bader. I think she's going to have really big. Like a lot of TV actors want to make it big into movies. Some people are like stuck in TV forever. Like Ellen Pompeo or whatever from Grey's Anatomy. Like she never made it off Grey's Anatomy. And I
Mm.
don't know if she's gotten movie deals or whatever, but like some people see that as like kind of like once you do that, you're trapped and you need to like try to make it into movies. And I wonder if since she's had that breakthrough, if she would want to go back.
Yeah, I guess you're
She
probably
might
right.
get really good deals now, you know. So, but I would watch it. I'd watch if they can recast, keep the guy and find somebody really good. Would you still watch it?
I guess maybe to support it, but just don't do it then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, should you get to your meeting?
I guess so.
Did you get all your thoughts and feelings out? I mean, we have a second part, but
No, yeah, I think I did. Did you?
yeah, I actually only wrote down like 3 things.
Okay.
Well, get
Sydney.
ready to watch more TV tonight
Yeah.
or today. You're going to watch it after your meeting?
Yeah, probably. Well, you guys, we will see you next Friday for the next 2 episodes of Bridgerton. And we keep forgetting to say this, but, well, first of all, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to everyone who likes our posts and comments. And it means so much to me when people text me and tell me that they've been listening. But if we could ask one other favor, it would really help us if you could give us a rating on Spotify and or Apple Podcasts. So if you haven't left us a rating, please go do that. Even bad ratings are
Yeah,
actually
like you
good
can
for
be
us.
honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you have feedback for us, like
Leave us
give
a
it to
review.
us. We
Yeah.
won't be offended. We want to make this like appealing and fun for you. So, yeah. But if you really love us and even like you can just click the star, but you can also like type a review and really hype us up for people that see it. If you have a negative review, just DM us. Don't publish it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.